Hello guys, welcome to my channel, The Red Devil Stand, with all the latest Manchester United news and transfer news. This is my first video, so I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy it. Let me know in the comment if you have any question and all that stuff, So without any further ado, let's start. There are a few points that I want to go in straight away. A few hours earlier, there have been news that Onana have been linked with Manchester United, like the Sun, the Metro UK, Evening Standard are saying that Manchester United is in link with Onana, as Chelsea is out of the race, and that is the important part. As you guys well know, that Manchester United is not good in transfer market with competing with another team. So yeah, it's been news that Chelsea have withdrawn from their interest in Onana. They're not ready to spend that money on a goalkeeping position. So where does it left us, right? Where does it left us? The situation with David De Gea right now, it's quite volatile, I must say. We don't know that if he will sign the contract. It's only 2 weeks left in his contract. After that, he will be a free agent. So I think actually there are some connections from Saudi Arabia that De Gea may go there. It's a lot of money. So we have seen in the past, in the recent past, that players have been going there. Ronaldo, Kante, Benzema as well. So that makes our situation in Manchester United quite volatile, right? Quite volatile. So if David De Gea signs a new contract, should he be the first team goalkeeper? What do you say? Please let me know in the comment box. What do you think about that? Because I know there are a lot of fans out there. I've been seeing some posts on Facebook and some posts on Twitter as well, that many of our fans don't want him next year as our first team goalkeeper. I personally am a very what I should say, a massive De Gea fan. So I will always like to play him for my club, Manchester United. I guess some of you guys will still want De Gea in our team. So I don't know what Manchester United will do regarding De Gea. It's a really tricky situation. The time is going on. It's already been 48 hours, I guess. The transfer market is on. So if we want to sign De Gea, and should we sell Henderson, what kind of goalkeeper should we get? I don't think that if we sign De Gea, we will get Onana. Because even after we cut wages from De Gea, he is getting 350k a week, I guess. Right now in his contract, he's getting 350k a week. And in his new contract, I'm pretty sure Manchester will implement some wage cuts, and by some I mean a huge sum, I guess. It will be around like 200k, so kind of 50% deduction. I don't know if De Gea will agree to that, because it is his kind of last few years left in his career. So he may think that it is the time to make some huge amount of money, the amount of money that Saudi Arabia is offering. I'm sure Manchester won't offer that kind of money in his new contract. So if we retain De Gea and sign him a new contract, and we go out and get Onana, do you think that it would be logical to have two goalkeepers in our squad with around 200k per week, and a goalkeeper who just played in Champions League final? I don't think he would be there to be the second goalkeeper of De Gea or the understudy of De Gea, right? So he want to be the first team goalkeeper. So eventually De Gea will be the second team goalkeeper. So can we afford a second goalkeeper with 200k? And if not, if we go out and buy Onana and sell De Gea, so that left us with Dean Henderson. Do we want to see Dean Henderson as our second team goalkeeper? Because let's be honest, if we buy Onana, he won't be available in January and February, because there will be the AFCON tournament going on. So he will miss out on those months. So especially in January, February, that's just That's just the start of the second half of the season, right? So on that crucial time, if we have to rely on Henderson, is he that reliable? See, in my opinion, he's not. He's absolutely not. So you can see why leaving De Gea puts us in a very tricky situation. I really, really want to know what you think about that. So please, guys, comment about that. And the price tag is not that huge, but not that much less as well. It's around 50 million for Onana. Inter may ask 50 plus, I know 10, maybe 10 million add-on or something like that. So we should really start the conversation that should we sell De Gea, should we sell Henderson, should we sell both of them and get two new keepers? What should we do? Because leaving De Gea puts us in a really tricky situation. Because see, maybe, I don't know, the budget that we have, budget that Ten Hag have, it's around maybe 200 million, right? Because even if the the Glazers announced that the Qatari will be the owner of our club, I don't think that they will be able to do anything in this summer transfer market, to be very honest. Because as we have seen in the previous year, that after in the previous year, the selling process of Chelsea, they started it around like end week of March. Yeah, end week of March, and the selling process ends on July, maybe July or June last week, I guess. So it took around 3.5 months. So even if they agree that Glazers will sell the club and Sheikh Jassim will own the club, or Sir Jim Ratcliffe, anyway they go, the new owner won't be able to do anything in this transfer market. But I think that we will have around 200 million to spend. So we have to spend that very carefully. We need one position, we need really a good player, and that is a striker. We need a striker. We have seen in the previous year that we have been able to save some goals. Our defense was solid, but the only thing that kept us down was our goal scoring ability, our final third. So we need a striker who can score goal, especially after Man City, who have got Erling Haaland. So yeah, we need a striker and definitely a midfielder. Casemiro substitute, a player who can do the Casemiro job, So even if Casemiro gets suspended or he is injured, we won't be relying on players like Casemiro or Fred and McTominay to do his job, which they clearly doesn't do that well. So we need a player on that position as well. And Manchester United have been linked with Kim Min-jae, as you all know, that we have been back and forth with Kim Min-jae, and right now, in the last 48, 50 hours, I guess, Fabrizio Romano has kind of confirmed that the personal terms between Kim Min-jae and Bayern Munich have been confirmed. So that's a really worrisome thing for Manchester United. I don't know what we will do. It's a really tricky summer for us. Especially the sell process is lagging out everything possible. The Glazers, man, the Glazers. Those hateful guys, they will suck out every last bit of penny they can get from Manchester United. We have seen that for the past 18 years, and yeah, it will continue till let the club go. I mean, this is horrible. The amount of time they are taking to make a decision. It's been 7 months, 6 months, 7 months, I guess. They have announced that they would, looking for viable options and all that stuff when they posted this on, I don't know, November, I guess, right? Yeah, November. So it's June, it's mid-June, the transfer market is on, and they have still not decided anything. So it's a really tricky situation, you see. With all the things going on, the club authorities, our manager Erik ten Hag, nobody is clear that how much the budget will be. Should we go for the player? Should we go for the striker first? Should we look for a goalkeeper first? As we have already know, as I have been saying on every media outlet from UK, that we have already, what should I say, left the race to buy Kane, and maybe we are getting out-touched with Mason Mount deal as well. Because Chelsea is asking for a hell lot of money, around 80 million, and that's just bullshit, man. That is just bullshit. That is not acceptable. A player who haven't even performed that well for the past maybe a couple of years, I guess. At least the last year, I'm not, going for one player. The whole entire Chelsea squad played really awfully. So, and also the key factor is he only have 1 year left on his contract. So, asking 80 million for a player who have 1 year left on his contract, it's just, you know what Chelsea is doing here, right? They just want to delay the process, and we will just drag out and drag out. We have seen in the past year that we have done the same thing with De Jong. He didn't want it to come. He wanted to stay at Barcelona. We wanted to get him, and we wasted 3 months there. So I hope Manchester United will not repeat this kind of thing. But getting out of a race is also a very bad thing, that we are not that, manipulative in the transfer market. We are Manchester United, man. We are Manchester United. There was a time players used to come and play for us, not because they were a fan, but because it was the biggest club in the entire world. It is still now. But I have seen for the past 5-6 years that we have been signing players who want to play in Manchester United. I don't want that. I don't want a fanboy playing for Manchester United. Okay, if we get a good player, a really great player who is a Manchester United fan, that's a bonus. But I don't want to sign a Manchester United fan. I want to sign a professional over there who can do the job really great, day in, day out, week in, week out. We need that. We absolutely need that. And we have been lacking on that department. We have signed players who wants to play with Manchester, who wants to play in Manchester United, who is a childhood fan of Manchester United. What should I do with that? We have enough fans. I am a fan, you are a fan, we have enough fans. So we don't want our fans to play for United. We will support. So what we need is professionals to do their job really well. We all know that our negotiator, our CEO, our football director, they are not very competent. Whether you say it's Richard Arnold or John Murta, both of them, they are not very what should I say? Not very good in their job, what they do. So with that in mind, it's really hard for Ten Hag or anyone to do any kind of deal right now as the sale process is going on, because they just don't know what the budget will be. You see? But yeah, there are players we need signing first, especially it's maybe around 4 weeks, 5 weeks time left when we have our first tour, right? So we need those players. Eric Ten Hag need those players on those 2 matches so he can try out the squad. He didn't get it on the first season. Casemiro entered the league. We have been already down 3 matches, right? We have lost 2 of them and won 1. That Liverpool match we have won, so, and the Brighton match and some other match we lost, right? So this should not be happening this year. We could not let that happen this year. We need players, and we need players fast, as soon as possible, so that Eric Ten Hag get them on the tour. It's very important for this season, And to do that, we need clarity. United need clarity. Ten Hag needs clarity. All the guys who have been doing, I don't know what they're doing, or how much hard they're trying to do a deal, or how much clarity they have on the subject, that how much they have to spend and all that stuff, But yeah, we need to move on. We need to move on really, really fast. So, it's been on. I mean, this kind of behavior from our management is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Liverpool have already signed McAllister. Real Madrid has already signed Jude Bellingham. Chelsea is on the verge of signing Caicedo. How Chelsea is signing Caicedo, man? How on earth they are doing that? They are not even in Champions League. It's really hard to say that even if they will qualify for the next Champions League, right? So even with Champions League, we are not able to sign players, the ones Eric Ten Hag want, and that's really awful. That's really awful. We should back our manager. Our club should back our manager. Our owners should back our manager. I know if Qatar gets it, they will. Maybe not in this transfer market. They won't be able to, I guess, with all the things, that all the permissions. Even if Glazer admits that they want to sell to Qatar, there are lots of process like financial process and all the paperwork. The Premier League have to decide, and all that. They will decide, but it takes a long time, at least 3 weeks to 4 weeks. So with all the process, it will take 2 to 3 months just to get them the key of Manchester United. So, and boom, the transfer market is gone. We have seen the past year how Chelsea have overspent for such players, those who are not that even valued. So we will have to do that as well if we don't sign players as soon as possible. We need to sign players possible. I mean, there are players like Bruno Fernandes. There just some news came out that there are some quotations came out actually after his international match. He have been asked that how he is feeling about Manchester United and stuff, and he said, "This has always been my childhood dream to play for Manchester United. Whenever the manager asks if I need rest, I always say no." See, the thing is that we need this kind of player. We need this kind of mentalities player. I mean, this kind of mentality, build up the team. But to retain this kind of mentality, you need to support those players. You can't let McTominay play on the defensive midfield, because otherwise Bruno Fernandes will always be worried, if I come out and play in front, the behind is always defenseless, and that's just unacceptable. So we need to find some new good players. We need to find a striker. We need to find a replacement for Casemiro. And yeah, the goalkeeper situation. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how they're going through this summer. It's always the same with Manchester United. I know that. I hope this changes in the near future with the new owner, whoever that will be. Whether it's Sir Jim, whether it's Altani, I don't know. But whoever that is, I think that they must change the scenario of Manchester United. We are Manchester United, man. We shouldn't be this messed out in transfer markets. We shouldn't be. We should be able to sign players we want to sign. Erik ten Hag wants to sign. So we should move on that process. To support Erik ten Hag, to support players like Bruno Fernandes, who have a really, really good mental strength, who have a good mentality, who keeps the dressing room impact, who helps the play go on the field, because the manager can't come on the field and advise the player to do and that and so on. So that's why we need a good captain, and I guess Bruno Fernandes have done a magnificent job as a captain, I must say. And the captain we have originally, I don't want to talk about him. So yeah, we need players who would support Manchester United, who would support Erik ten Hag, who would support players like Bruno Fernandes and the good players we have, like Casemiro, like Varane, like Martinez, like Shaw. They need to be upheld. We need to boost. They will get boosted automatically when they see that big players are coming, and they have a healthy competition for their position, and that makes the club just a good team. It's a good team. Like City, we are way behind City. Even if we spend 200 million this summer, 100 million on the winter transfer, and that next summer we spend 300, and that summer after that we spend 200, we will still away from City. It's at least 2 to 3 years. Practically saying, 2 to 3 years it will take if we want to win the league. So to do that process, we need to start that process, and that's not even started with under the Glazers, And this is the last moment. This is the last time maybe we are dealing with the Glazers, and they are playing with us, man. As usual, they are playing with us. They want to suck the blood out of this club, as they have done for the past 17-18 years. Anyway, there are some other news as well. People are quite getting excited about the news of returning Mason Greenwood in our squad. I really don't know how to feel about that. I liked him. I really liked him. He was a really, really good talent. But he's also been out of football, I don't know, for more than 1.5 years. Maybe 1.5 years, right? So that's the thing we should think about. And also, I don't think, there are maybe fans who want Mason Greenwood, but there are also fans who doesn't want him. The reason as well, due to all that video and audio recordings and all that stuff that's been going on in the past year. So I think in case of Mason Greenwood, we should say it out. Maybe they would. I don't think that they will sell Mason Greenwood, as they have already said that they have retained. We have already seen that officially Manchester United have retained Mason Greenwood. So I think maybe they would try to send him on a loan for a year and see how things goes. If he plays well, really good, maybe he can come back next year and play for Manchester United, or maybe he will play Manchester United this season. Who knows? But I think if he plays for Manchester United this season, he will get some real banter from the opponent crowd as well as the Manchester United fans. Even he can get bantered in Old Trafford as well. There are players who have been in the past who have booed by our own fans like Pogba. So it's a chance. I don't know, when he will enter the Old Trafford Stadium, how our crowd would respond to that. So it's a quite fragile situation with Mason Greenwood. I think the most sensible option for him to loan him out and see what happens from there. Let me know what your opinion about that as well, guys. Please interact with me. I'm new to this, so let me know if you want something, if you want any content you want to talk me about. So let me know that, guys. And what should I say? I guess you guys have enjoyed the video. I will try my best to put a video every day with all the new informations of Manchester United news and the transfer news as well. So yeah, goodbye guys, and take care. Let's see what happens next. Okay, goodbye, take care.